When you begin to think about improving your English fluency, it helps to slow down for a moment and gently observe how learning really works. Language is not something you force into your mind. It is something you grow quietly, patiently, like a plant that responds to daily care. Many people feel stuck because they try to learn too fast or they expect perfection too early. But fluency is not a sudden jump. It is a gradual unfolding, shaped by small, consistent actions repeated every day. If you look closely, you will notice something very simple yet powerful. The people who speak English fluently are not always the most intelligent. They are often the ones who stayed consistent. They showed up every day, even when they felt tired or unsure. As one of your learning notes reminds us, small efforts done daily create big results over time. This idea is very important, and if you truly understand it, your whole approach to learning English will begin to change. Now imagine your day. From morning to night, there are many small moments where English can become part of your life. You do not need a special time or a perfect environment. You simply need awareness. When you wake up in the morning, your mind is fresh, like a blank page waiting to be written on. If you gently begin your day with English, even for 10 or 15 minutes, you are sending a quiet message to your mind. This matters. You can start by reading something simple. Not something difficult that makes you feel stressed, but something easy and interesting. When you read, do not rush. Let your eyes move slowly across the words. Try to feel the meaning, not just see the letters. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back. This kind of attention is very powerful. When you give full attention, your brain remembers more and understands more deeply. As the day continues, you can bring English into your listening. Maybe you listen to a short podcast or a simple video. At first, you may not understand everything. That is okay. Do not fight it. Instead, observe. Notice the sounds, the rhythm, the way words connect. Over time, your ears begin to adjust. Language starts to feel more natural, like a song you slowly learn by hearing it again and again. Now, there is something very important here that many learners miss. Understanding is more important than memorizing. When you understand a word or a sentence, it stays with you longer. When you only memorize, it fades quickly. So whenever you learn something new, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what does this really mean? Try to explain it in your own simple words. This small habit builds strong memory and deeper fluency. As you move through your day, speaking becomes your next step. And this is where many people feel fear. They worry about mistakes. They feel shy. But if you observe this fear carefully, you will notice something interesting. The fear is not about English. It is about judgment. It is about how others might see you. But growth always lies outside comfort. When you gently step into discomfort, even in small ways, you begin to grow stronger. You do not need to speak perfectly. You only need to speak honestly. Even if it is just talking to yourself, describing your day, or repeating simple sentences, it still counts. Your brain does not need a perfect audience. It needs practice. And every time you speak, even imperfectly, you are building confidence inside. Writing is another quiet but powerful tool. When you write, your thoughts slow down. You begin to see your own thinking more clearly. You can write a few sentences about your day, your feelings, or your goals. It does not have to be long. What matters is that you express yourself. Writing helps you connect words with emotions, and this connection makes language more natural. Now, let us gently reflect on something deeper. Learning English is not only about grammar or vocabulary. It is also about your mindset. Your thoughts shape your progress. If you constantly tell yourself, "I am not good at English," your mind begins to believe it. But if you gently shift your thinking to, "I am learning, I am improving," your energy changes. Positive thinking creates space for growth and confidence. You may also notice that some days feel easy, while others feel heavy. This is normal. Learning is not a straight path. It moves up and down. But this is where consistency becomes your quiet strength. Even on days when you feel low, doing something small still matters. 1 page of reading, 1 minute of speaking, 1 sentence of writing, it all adds up over time. If you observe your progress over weeks and months, you will begin to see something beautiful. The changes are slow, almost invisible at first. But just like a seed growing under the soil, something is happening inside you. And one day, you suddenly realize that you understand more. You speak more easily, and you feel more confident. This is the power of patience and daily practice. Another gentle truth to understand is that your environment matters. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Change your phone language, watch simple English content, listen to English songs. When your environment supports your learning, your mind begins to absorb naturally without pressure. You can also use repetition wisely. When you review words again and again over time, they move into your long-term memory. This is not about repeating everything in one day. It is about coming back to it again after some time. This spaced repetition helps your brain remember more deeply and for longer. And as you continue this journey, remember to observe yourself. Notice your reactions, your habits, your patterns. Are you avoiding speaking? Are you rushing while reading? Are you judging yourself too harshly? When you observe without judgment, you begin to understand yourself better. And this awareness becomes your quiet guide for improvement. There will be moments when you feel stuck, moments when progress feels slow. In those times, remind yourself gently that growth takes time. Just like the bamboo tree that grows slowly under the ground before rising quickly, your efforts are building something strong inside you. Trust the process, even when you cannot see immediate results. Also, be kind to yourself. Learning a language is not easy. It requires patience, courage, and consistency. Celebrate small wins. Understanding 1 sentence, learning 1 new word, speaking 1 line confidently. These are not small things. They are steps forward. In the end, improving English fluency every day is not about doing something big. It is about doing something small every day with awareness and patience. It is about creating a gentle rhythm in your life where English becomes a natural part of your daily routine. So as you move forward, carry this simple thought with you. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be consistent. You do not need to rush. You only need to continue. And slowly, quietly, day by day, your fluency will grow, just like you.